Hi guys, it's Rob from the UK, it's 26 Bond, hope everyone's all okay. Today's going to be a video on the new KISS vinyl reissues. The first batch of 10 has just been released, of which I currently have half of them in my possession, I think. Yeah, I got 5 so far, so I'm going to be talking about them today, giving you some information about how they sound and how they look. Do they compare to the originals, in my opinion? And you know, guys, this is not the definitive answer. This is just my opinion, whether I think that they're worthy purchases or not. But as we know, KISS are releasing all of their records again, apart from Sonic Boom on vinyl. The first 10 was released on April the 1st. So I'll just give you a list of the first 10. So that's Alive, Animalized, Destroyer, Dressed to Kill, Dynasty, Hotter Than Hell, KISS the debut album, Lick It Up, Revenge and Unmasked. So that is the first 10. The second set of 5 will be released on the 6th of May, and that's Asylum, Creatures of the Night, Love Gun, MTV Unplugged and the vinyl debut of Psycho Circus, which I think's going to have a lenticular cover, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. The next releases are the 27th of May, Alive 3, Rock and Roll Over, Crazy Nights, Hot in the Shade, Music from the Elder in concept album sequence, the Alive Millennium concert, that's the first time on vinyl, and then followed by also its vinyl debut of Carnival of Souls, the final session. So I'm really looking forward to that particular release. And then the final 5 is the solo albums plus Alive 2, and they don't come until June the 24th. Also on the 27th of May there's going to be a KISS 40 CD set, and of course you may have seen the KISSTERIA vinyl road case, which includes all the albums I've mentioned before, but it does have 6 vinyl records which are exclusive to the set. That's Double Platinum, Greatest Kiss, Killers, which is a combination of all the country's pressings, the various tracks they had from that country combined onto one set, which is quite cool. You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best, Smashes, Thrashes and Hits, and then KISS Symphony Alive 4. So that's exclusive vinyl just for the set, but I do hope that those are given standalone release treatment, because the box set's working out about $1,800, which is about 1,200 British pounds, which is a lot of money. But also in that set you get 11 archive posters, vinyl cleaning cloth, a turntable mat, dominoes, lithographs, and a certificate of authenticity with a limited edition box number. So lots of information there, guys. What I'm going to do now is show you the first of the albums I picked up. Now this one is 1975's Dressed to Kill. It does have the embossed KISS logo cover, as you can see there. In fact, I might take them out of their sleeves because there's quite a bit of glare. So there you go. This is the new reissue. Here is the back cover. So obviously it mentions Universal Music down there as well, but overall very, very nice, faithful reproduction of the original American issue of Dressed to Kill. I was disappointed that they didn't include the Casablanca inner bags, but I was happy because these aren't just white paper, these are the poly-lined white paper, which do protect the vinyl against scuffing a lot more. It has the Smoking Man label, which is a faithful reproduction of that. That's side 2 and side 1. Now these EU pressings with the original logo were done by GZ Vinyl, which is a European, I think they're a European vinyl cutting company, and they have done a sterling job on these, I have to say. This album in particular was always quite, to my ears, quite trebly. It was quite toppy, but there's a lot more mid-range to this one now, and it just makes the songs sound a lot thicker. So this one is well worth picking up. There's been one out of this 5 set which I didn't hear a lot of differences in, and I'll explain that once I get to it. But this one, if you want a variation on the original audio, this is not the exact sounding record as the first press because of the increase in bass, increase in middle. But in my opinion, it makes the songs sound a lot thicker, and I think it's an improvement sonically. Like I said, GZ Vinyl did these and they were extremely quiet, no skipping, as there shouldn't be with a brand new record, but it does happen. But these are excellent pressings, very, very quiet, good dynamic range to them. They're not brick walled in any way. Each instrument's got a lot of separation to it. So there we go. Dress to Kill, well worth picking up. Now this is Dynasty, or Dynasty as a lot of the American people would call it. This has got an excellent reproduction cover. That's the back cover. There we go. So it's got the Universal music on there. Now this one, I'm pleased to say, does include the original in a bag. Now none of these come with the merchandise insert sheets. The reason being is that the band didn't want to confuse people and have checks turning up at addresses that don't exist. So they didn't include those. Again, it's a slight bit of... What's that? I don't know how that got on there. There you go, it's all gone. Right, there we go. So it's got the original picture label, once again done by GZ Vinyl, as all these are. Super quiet pressing, really good sound for Dynasty, really good sound. Excellent. This one's really improved. It just sounds, this is the definitive vinyl version of Dynasty in my opinion. It's just the warmth to it, the instrument separation, and this one does include the original poster as well, with the Universal logo, I think, up there. But there you go. Really strong, crisp reproduction of the original poster. Now, I think Tom Shannon was involved with these, who's a big Kiss collector. He's written many books on the subject, and hopefully, I think he's writing another one all about Kiss vinyl. So, looking forward to that one, Tom. But I think he provided, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but I think you provided some of the inserts to be scanned. So brilliant. They've done a fantastic job scanning those in because they look great. So there we go. That's Dynasty. Another record that's really benefited, I think, from this reissue treatment is Unmasked. Once again, it's the definitive version. Just sounds fantastic. A lot thicker than the original UK or US pressing. And this one, once again, it's a shame this one didn't come with the black card inner sleeve, but it is a poly-lined one, just like Dress to Kill was. It's got the original reproduction of that, obviously with Universal music put on it. It's very quiet again, sounds great. I can't recommend it more, to be honest with you. Now the UK, European copies, I'm not sure if the American ones do, but they all come with, I won't show you the code because you might steal it, but this is the download card, and each album that I've got so far has had one of those in. Now I know a few buyers have received them without. I'm not sure if they're American or not, but I don't think the American copies do, but I've heard that some of the European copies sometimes don't. The poster's included. Now notice the difference. Peter Criss is winking, and he wasn't on the front cover. Was that a sign to say goodbye? Everyone thinks it is. So there you go. Once again, really crisp copy of the original poster. So whoever sent that in for scanning, that's been certainly done justice in my opinion. Pop that one back in there. Yeah, it was just small things really that I thought could be improved, like having the black card for that one, and having the sort of tanned Casablanca inner sleeves for Dress to Kill would have just made them perfect. I got this one yesterday. This is the one I don't think has improved that much at all. This is Lick It Up. This is their 83 album, the first with the band Unmasked. Now, the cover's pretty good. it's a faithful reproduction. It's got the download card again. This is all very similar to the original release, and sadly this one came with a bit of a seam split. But what do you do about that? It's got the original Mercury American labels. Super quiet pressing again. You know, there's a real pattern forming with what I'm saying here, guys, but it's true. But this one didn't sound a lot different. It's very quiet. It sounds how I recalled it, which is a good thing. But it hadn't been altered as much, in my opinion, as the others. So if you've got an excellent copy of this record, this is probably the one that I'd say you maybe didn't need as much as the others. But it's always been one of my favourite Kiss records, so I bought it. The cover may be slightly dark on this one compared to others. But that's just my thoughts from playing it for the first time. It didn't seem to be a lot different when you compare it to the others, when there was marked differences. The other one I've got so far is Revenge. Now what I'm going to do is just show you a couple of other pressings of Revenge I've got, just to show you some of the differences. Now this is an original UK pressing of Revenge, and this is the label. So it's a red Mercury label. Now in '92, when this album was released in May '92, for the American market there wasn't a vinyl pressing. There were European pressings, there was a Brazilian pressing, UK pressing. There wasn't an American pressing until H&H Marketing did this, which was in '95, company from Cleveland, I think. And they did this one, which was slightly different paper inner sleeve. It was a lot thinner, and it was on either grey or blue marble vinyl, and it has the Mercury logo, as you can see there. So there's been a lot of debate whether or not this vinyl release would have the Mercury label, which isn't essentially first press, or it would the UK one, or the American, which would be the repress. This is the repress. This is the reissue. Nice sturdy cardboard, very glossy inner sleeve, but it goes for the H&H Marketing Mercury style logo. There we go. Once again, this one sounds great. Very hard to find on vinyl, this one, and very expensive normally. A lot of 90s pressed vinyl was pressed in limited quantities because there wasn't such a interest in it. It was all CDs and mini discs and tapes and things. But this cover is a little bit darker than the UK pressing, which might not show up there. It shows up quite well. It's quite darker, as you can see. There you go. The spine on the UK is a clear black. This one is the same as the H&H Marketing. So what they've done is you can see that. So it's got like a, there you go, red and white line. So in terms of comparing this to a first press album, there are some small details which aren't from the first press, but merely from the first American press. So that's certainly worth noting. Sound on this is great, super quiet again. Packaging's great, nice thick cover, well worth picking up. So there we go. There's a little bit of information about the first 5 Kiss remastered LPs I've got in my collection. Now it's my birthday on the 19th of May, so I will be getting 3 more then. That'll be Hotter Than Hell, the Kiss debut, and Alive. So it just means I need to pick up Destroyer and Animalize. So once I get those 5, I will do another quick video on them. So cheers.